We're back on the Real Estate Real Success Spotlight series. Today we are featuring Daniel Stewart from Century 21 Sommet in Saint-Sauveur-des Monts, Quebec. Since joining C21 in 2011, Danny's built a reputation for expertise, transparency, and exceptional local insights, earning recognition as part of our Century 21 team in 2024. And we wanted to talk to Danny all about his journey with Century 21. So Danny, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Joining us. We need to make sure that people know you are joining us from Quebec in Tourism Central.
Yeah, it's prime season. You can see behind me the beautiful colors and stuff. This is the time of year where we get what we like to call the leaf lookers. Lots of people travel from far and wide to come and see the colors. So it's kind of a unique time of year. And this year it's been really, really beautiful, hot and sunny. Like today's like 25 degrees and you couldn't ask for better weather. And when it doesn't rain too much, like this year, the leaves stay longer. So it's really, really beautiful time of year. And a definite like high season for tourism. The lakes are a little colder, so people have taken their boats out of the water, and you're not skiing, so it's kind of this in between. But it gives a real boost to tourism around here because people do like Oktoberfest and like there's all kinds of fun stuff happening at restaurants and things like that, and it's just a great time to be outdoors. So yeah, lots of fun.
So living in a recreational tourism area, what made you want to focus your career here?
I'm from a construction background. Like my family business has been construction, excavation, snow removal, kind of everything that has to do with homes without the selling part of homes. And it was just kind of a natural attraction for me to be interested in homes for the purpose of buying, renovating, reselling, and stuff like that. And that was the main reason why I got my real estate license. And then as I started working in the business, I found that I was so busy buying and selling homes for clients that I actually didn't have any time to do that for myself. So I haven't really done construction. And since I've become a real estate broker, I do kind of my own projects and help my dad out and stuff as he's approaching retirement. But yeah, I'm a full-time real estate broker pretty much since day one. And if there were more hours in the week and more hours in the day, I would definitely take advantage of them. But for me, it was just always something that I was interested in. And I think having that background too gives me kind of a leg up on most of the people around here. Like I understand how septic systems work and wells, and I just had a septic inspection the other day and I helped the guy remove the cap, and he was like, "You're the first real estate broker that's ever done that in my 30 years of inspecting septic systems." And for me, it's just kind of a normal thing to do. So yeah, it definitely helps. And I think my clients appreciate that too.
Absolutely. That extra knowledge that you bring to each transaction, that's the information people don't realize they need.
And it's
Uh,
important because it can be very costly if you don't know that stuff in advance. And I think people are being, made more aware of these things in general, even if they don't have someone like me representing them. I think it's just more common knowledge now that you need to do this stuff because the municipalities are kind of being a little more proactive in enforcing people to do maintenance and stuff for environmental concerns and things like that. But it just always helps if the person you're talking to actually understands what's going on.
yes. When you were looking for where to hang your license, what made you choose Century 21?
I actually started with Royal LePage, and it was mainly because I had a really nice interview with the owner of Royal LePage at the time, or Royal LePage, as you may know it. In Quebec, it's Royal LePage. Anyways, they decided to close the office in my town in Saint-Sauveur, and during that time, I was actually in a transaction with the owner of the Century 21 franchise in Saint-Sauveur, Gerard Siegman, who unfortunately passed last year. But he was a really just amazing individual and definitely one of like my mentors. As I was, he already had 30 years experience in the business as I was starting out. And in my conversations with him during that transaction, I was like totally sold on working with him. And I really liked, like, he sort of pitched the idea of Century 21 being a lot more globally present. And I was really interested in this kind of like developing my network, not only across Canada, but like the US and elsewhere too. Like I've always liked traveling, and I've seen Century 21 in so many places around the world. So that really appealed to me. And yeah, that was it. Like literally the next week, I was like, I'm Century 21 and haven't looked back since. Although I have been solicited by many other brokerages over the years, I've stuck with Century 21, and I'm very happy to say that I'm
What
still
makes
with.
you stay?
I really, really like the people. For me, like the brand is important. I think that it aligns well with the type of properties that I sell. I mean, I sell everything from a $20,000 parcel of land to a $10 million house. So I don't want to be exclusive to something that kind of makes it uncomfortable for me to sell in the higher or lower end market. And I feel like Century 21 is a good fit somewhere in the middle. It's not known as a luxury brand per se, and it's not known as a discount brokerage. It's like a perfect sweet spot in the middle. And for me, that's really beneficial because it means that I can maximize all of my clients, and I'm not kind of just focusing on one niche market. And that's important to me. I mean, it may not be important to brokers that just want to sell luxury, but I mean, I do that also. So, you know, it's just for me, it's a no-brainer. And I really love the people that I met over the years. Conference has been amazing. I only missed one conference, and it was because my wife was going into labor. So I
Fair.
was on my way to the airport, and it was the Victoria one too. So it was apparently a really nice one. But yeah, I sort of had to make the right call on that, and I think that
There
the
is only one
decision was
decision there.
yeah, the decision was pretty clear. So the conferences over the years have been great. You know, it's just a great way to kind of stay in touch with everyone. I'm really looking forward to next year's too, because that means we can combine a ski trip with the conference. So that's what I'm doing. And those relationships that I built over the year, I mean, I still get referrals from people, even ones that have moved on that are no longer with Century 21 anymore. They still send me their business too if they have people looking in my area. So it's a really powerful brand and a powerful network, and that's for me, it's a good fit.
Right. You are a Centurion team. What do awards mean to you?
It's motivation. If I don't like, I mean, it's been a couple of years now. I think I don't know. I want to say we did 3 years of Centurion, and then 3 of double Centurion, and then 2 more of Centurion. So like that kind of regression, if you will, from double Centurion back to Centurion for me was disappointing. So it's motivating me. I think this year we're gonna do double Centurion again. So I still haven't hit the Grand Centurion, but in our market and I don't want to blame the price point, but like we the properties around here cost a lot less than what they do in Vancouver, Toronto, Muskoka, other areas. So naturally, our um, our our sales are going to be a little bit lower, but that's not an excuse because Serge Normand out in Rivière-du-Loup that has an average sale price less than half of my area always hits Grand Centurion. So you have to be really, really exceptional, I think, to do that. But for me, it's important. It's not so important to like go around and like flash it to people or clients or whatever. I mean, I'll make a social media post about it if I get it. Obviously, I'm proud, but it's more I'd say a validation of the hard work that we put in, and definitely a motivator.
Right. What tools do you rely on to run your business on a day-to-day basis? What do you have the most success with?
Coffee. uh, it's now like so many things we're able to automate, but I really do try and put a personal touch on things. I mean, we're starting to incorporate AI into some stuff. Having just our system set up, like our MLS here is called Centris in Quebec, and having those like kind of auto emails for clients to get listings. I have anywhere from 100 to 200 people looking at properties in my network at any given time, possibly even more. But it's like there's no way that I can go and literally check all of those listings for everyone on a daily basis, even with administrative assistants and other people working on my team. We're a team of 4, soon to be 5, and like there's just not enough hours in the day to do that. So using the technology to the best of our abilities to try and mitigate the let's say, just most time draining tasks that are the easiest to be automated. But then like when a client sees listings and they want the more information, well, knowing all of the areas and having a good like knowledge of the lakes around here, where ski trails are, where's going to be problematic areas for traffic, where, you know, there's areas that are, you know, growing and going to have access to municipal services, things like that. Like not having to spend the time to research a lot of those things and already being aware of the knowledge definitely saves me a lot of time, and it saves my clients time and effort too. So yeah, it's a combination of just staying in touch with what's happening and then using all the tools at our disposal. You know, whether it's stuff within the Century 21 network of tools and resources, or, you know, obviously our MLS system here is a site that, you know, most people go to. So that's a very powerful thing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we always do love asking people, what advice would you give to a new realtor?
Good question. I definitely, I'm a very stubborn individual. I'm not like super into signs and everything else, but I am a Taurus, and I definitely act like one when it comes to taking advice from people. I, you know, learned to be a little bit more open-minded about that stuff. But when I first started as a real estate broker, I definitely was super independent, and I wish that I had been more eager to take advice from people and to have like a mentor or someone just to kind of like save me all the hassle of learning from my own mistakes, let's say. And not only that, but like just having, like, I think of all the business right now that like I could give to a starting broker, you know, just from like overspill of clients who inquire for listings and stuff like that. And I am basically doing that within my team structure because my wife just joined my team and my sister is also going to be joining the team. So basically, their roles are going to be to work with clients that are ones who've inquired, that are like new clients, that are probably buyers for the most part. And if I'd have partnered with someone when I first started out who was in a position that I am in today, I would have made so much more money and had so many more sales so much quicker. Like it took me a couple of years to really build my business, but if I would have been able to get that sort of overflow of someone else who was already established and get their leadership and mentorship, it would have really, really, really been helpful. So like, you know, you want to embrace all the stuff that's out there, technology and all those things. Those are all important. But like for me, the base kind of fundamental would have been, you know, to any new broker, try and find someone who is willing to teach and who is doing really, really well and needs help. Even if it means you're going to be doing some administrative tasks at the beginning and doing a bit of that like less glamorous stuff, I think it's going to be really beneficial long term. And it's a good way to learn without actually making mistakes. You know, like that person will be able to guide you and correct your errors before they're costing you business and money.
Great. Thank you very much, Danny. We appreciate it.